Hey everyone, time for the evening update. So let's just recap the day. So this was at about 8 o'clock this morning Central Time. I'm going to press the play button and we're going to watch everybody just kind of start piling up a little bit. Actually right here around Point Betsy as the winds have lightened up quite a bit. The fleet's compressed itself. The lead cruising boat, Infinite Diversion, which was 17 miles away from Grays Reef when it started this morning, is about at Grays Reef now. And it's been a slow, long day for a lot of boats, and I know we've been talking a lot on Facebook about it. This update isn't going to have a ton about the fleets in it. I thought we'd talk about the weather a little bit, and I think maybe the best way to do that. Let's just start with like sort of current analysis. This is the Midwest, obviously, and here's the stationary front. Now, remember this morning we said the stationary front was just a tidge south of here. Right down here, kind of by Point Betsy. It's actually moved north just a little bit. You know, you take a look at this, and you see the warm front out here to the west connected to the stationary front. You see southerly winds all around to the south of the front. They get a little westerly here, but no big deal. And when you look up here at the north part of the lake, we'll take a closer look at this in a second. It looks like you've got thermal action going on behind this front, so a little bit of a lake breeze developing. Eventually what happens is this front now has started moving northward. We're even seeing some fleets start to speed up a little bit in the south, and we're going to see these thermals go away, and we're going to see the winds start coming out of the south, and this front is going to progress this way as that happens. So we'll see the warm front go northeast. We're going to see this cold front come sweeping in, and boy, there's just a lot's going to happen over the next 24 to 36 hours. It's like a new race right now. It's pretty cool. So let me just go back and just show you a little different view here of Lake Michigan just to see what I'm talking about. So again, we had the front about right here, and I think it's a really good position for the front. You see how the winds are out of the south on this side of it? And what I think we have going on is that we have, again, just a little bit of a lake breeze sort of setting up. You see the onshore winds here, onshore winds here, onshore winds here. Even right here, we get an onshore wind going on. So thermal activity. And in places where we don't have the thermal, so right here at the Mid-Lake Buoy, winds are out of the south. And in fact, let's go take a look at that buoy real quick. Yeah, right now they're out of the south at about 6 knots. And a couple of boats did a really great job by going out in the middle of the lake. A couple of cruising boats have been moving all day long because we've had boats languishing inside of the Manitous. These guys have been going around 5, 6, 7, 8 knots of wind. It was out of the east for most of the day, but there's a shift to the south. That's what we've been looking for all day long. So I really think the transition is coming now. And I'll just show you another view of what we think is going on. So this is valid at, well, it was valid at 6 p.m. Tonight Central Time, so it's pretty current. You can see, you know, it's got a lot of light winds in the area where our fleet is right along the shoreline. Again, I think the thermal wind, the lake breeze, which is tending to blow sort of this way, is in conflict with the gradient wind, which is trying to blow this way, and so there's not a lot of breeze right here. So now I'm going to just jump forward. After that thermal dies, what happens is that the gradient's allowed to take over, and the boats right here close to shore are going to start seeing a southerly. It looks like it's a little southeasterly at first, and then that southerly continues. Look at it building back here, huh? I mean, it's really, again, if you're in the back of the fleet, you're going to be catching the guys in the front, which is going to make for some tight racing and I think a lot of bunch finishes. And it continues to build, especially at the southern part of the lake. We're looking at 7.5, kind of 10 knots up here in the straits. Keep going. Again, it keeps building. Now it's beginning to rock a little bit to the west as our cold front is approaching. More to the west. That looks like the front to me right there. Right? This is valid at about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now we got some breeze over on this side of the lake at about 2 p.m. And this is 5 or 6 tomorrow afternoon. Take a look at the winds out of sort of the west-northwest behind that front, going at about, what, 20-plus miles an hour. I mean, you'd be flying through there. And I don't believe this for a second, that the winds will be that light in the straits. With the winds this direction, they'll tend to sort of funnel through the straits, and really it could be quite a bit of breeze straight downwind. And again, this is about, I think I said 5 p.m. tomorrow night is when this... No, take that back. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon is when that's valid for. And 6 p.m., we still got our west-northwesterly. And again, I don't buy this for a second. I could be wrong, but I don't buy it for a second. And then I'll stop here at 9 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So there's a lot going on in the next 24 to 36 hours here. And, I'm just really hopeful that this forecast will validate. This front will get out of the way. I really think that once this thermal shuts down, that southerly gradient that is definitely there, that is definitely there. You see it all over Wisconsin. You see the winds out of the south all over Wisconsin. You see them in Chicago out of there, just all over here. They're out of the south, the southwest over here. It's just that the thermal activity on the lake is hiding it from our racers and really canceling it out where the majority of the fleet is. So I really think we're going to see a change. I think we're going to see a change before too long here, and I think we'll see the boats start making progress again towards the finish. So that's early evening update. I'll maybe try to get one more in before the night's over tonight. Hope it made sense to everyone. Please ask any questions that you have on Facebook, and thanks again for all your time.